Welcome back, all my YouTube subscribers, Twitter followers, all the big Giants fans out there. The Giants are coming off their worst loss of the year, in which they put up no effort against the Philadelphia Eagles. And this week they travel to Atlanta in a game, if they want to have any relevance this year, they have to find a way to win. Giant fans, we've had a week to soak in our misery, and the Giants, fortunately, have had a few extra days than the Falcons to prepare for this football game. And we have no time to soak. We cannot drop to 1-6. We got to get to 2-5 to make that Washington game mean something. If we could get into the bye at 3-5, you never know. Things might start to accumulate. So let's find a way to win this game, and I'm going to tell you how we're going to do it. Over the course of history, these two teams have met 24 times, and the series is tied at 12 apiece, so it's as close as it gets. In more recent history, the Giants hold a 5-2 advantage in the last 7 games, one of which includes a playoff win that year that the Giants went on to win the Super Bowl. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, this is not going to be an easy football game. The Atlanta Falcons historically have done very well on Monday night. They've won their last 4 games, and Matt Ryan has been tremendous on Monday Night Football. Dating back to 2011 on Monday Night Football, Matt Ryan has averaged 287 yards a contest. He's thrown 18 touchdowns and only 5 picks, so he shows up on the big stage. And then you couple that with the fact that they're playing over in Atlanta in the Dome, where Matt Ryan is a different quarterback. Over the course of his career, he is 55-27 at home, and he's barely 500 on the road. He's 42-40. And he's just a much better quarterback at home. Over the course of his career, he's a 68% completion percentage at home, where barely being over 62% on the road. And this year, Matt Ryan has been absolutely tremendous. It is not his fault that this team is 2-4. Matter of fact, he's the only reason they have 2 wins. In his 6 games this year, he has 14 touchdowns, only 2 picks, and he's just under 2,000 yards passing. He's having a career year statistically, and at home, he's been even better. In his 4 home games, he has 13 touchdowns and only 1 pick. He's averaging almost 375 yards a game in those contests. When you think about the Falcons, you think about the wide receiver position. You got Calvin Ridley, the rookie, and you got Julio Jones. Julio Jones, of course, has been one of the best wide receivers in football over the last 5 or 6 years. And this year is no different. He has 707 yards receiving in only 6 games. He's on pace for nearly 2,000 yards receiving. The crazy thing is he doesn't have a touchdown. I don't even know how that's possible. Calvin Ridley has been gulping him up. He's got 6 touchdowns, and all 6 of them have come at home. So look for them to target Ridley in the red zone. Eli Apple is going to have a hard job on his hands this week. The Falcons at home, this offense is unbelievable. They're averaging 35 points a game at home this year. The good news is they're giving up 33. Their defense has been absolutely embarrassing, and the Giants should be able to exploit that. One thing I noticed is this team's rushing attack has been way down this year, and that has a lot to do with the Devontae Freeman injury. They ranked 29th in the league. Last year they were 13th. The year before they were 5th. So they are a one-dimensional football team. Granted, that dimension is pretty damn good. What the Giants need to do in this game is bend but don't break, similar to like they did against Houston when they gave up 400 yards passing, but they kept them out of the end zone. Now, I don't expect them to be able to keep Matt Ryan and this Falcons defense out of the end zone every time they reach the red zone this year. They are tremendous in the Dome. But I do think that they will be able to stuff them a few times. This year, the Giants' red zone defense has ranked 7th in the league. To the contrary, the Falcons' red zone defense is 30th. They've given up a touchdown 78% of the time in their 6 games. So a big key to this game is bend but don't break. Give up the yards but don't give up the points. Keep them to 3. If you can keep them to 3, you got a good shot against this team because their defense struggles. With Freeman out, this rushing attack doesn't really scare me. I mean, between Smith and Coleman, they're averaging only about 3.5 yards a carry. Freeman typically averages about 5, so they've been way down, and I think the Giants will be able to make them a passing football team. If they can do that, they got a good shot. And that's good news, because in the 2 wins that the Falcons have this year, they've averaged 27 rushing attempts. In their 4 losses, they've been one-dimensional, and they've only averaged about 20. So if you can make this team one-dimensional, the Giants have a very good shot to win this football game. On the offensive side of the football, I expect the Giants to be able to have their way. I really do. As much as this Giants offense has struggled, this Falcons defense has been awful. You could pick on the Falcons both ways. They rank 29th against the pass, and they rank 24th against the rush. When it comes to the offense, Eli, it's now or never. I mean, I said that last week. I said that the week before. This is it. If you don't perform this week against this defense, it is time for a change. The pressure is on, and you better produce, because if you can't score points against this team, you're not going to score points against anybody. They gave up 30 points to the Bucs last week. They're averaging 33 points against at home this year. So I think the Giants are going to be able to put up points, and I think they're going to be able to do it both ways. But if I'm the Giants, my strategy is to keep that Giant defense rested, keep them off the field, because this Falcons offense is high-powered. So I give the ball to Barkley early and often. This year, this Falcons run defense has been atrocious. Last year, they only gave up 4.1 yards a carry. This year, they're giving up 5. They're giving up a full yard more per carry. So the Giants need to take advantage of that, and Barkley needs to get the rock. they need to feed Barkley. With that being said, I think Eli's going to have opportunities to pass in this football game, especially with Ingram back. With all the weapons that the Giants have, this Falcons defense has been thrown on all year long. There's no doubt about it. I think Ingram, I think Shepard, and I think OBJ can all have big games. So if I was Sherman, my strategy in this game would be to run the football 25 to 30 times. If you do that, I think you have a very good shot to win this game, and I think the Giants will if they do that. I think you got to give Barkley 30 carries this game if you can. Give him the ball as often as you can. That is the key to this football game. Make them come up and try to stop the run, and then you hit Beckham over the top. So the Giants need this game. They're 1-5, and you know what? I'm going to predict them to win this football game 27-24. I think Barkley controls the pace of the game. I think Sherman comes out with a good game plan, gives them the ball 25 to 30 times, and they win the football game. And I think Eli has an efficient day doing it. Because if he can't be good against this team, it's time for Loletta. So before I go, I'd like to thank everybody who showed up for my stream on Monday. I had a blast. Thank you for checking it out. And I plan on doing another one this week. I plan on doing one possibly before the games on Sunday or after. I haven't decided yet. Maybe both. Who knows? We'll see what happens. And on Monday, I'm going to also have a stream previewing the Giant game. And I may live stream the first half. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'd also like to thank all the new subscribers that jumped on board after the Eagle video. Thank you so much for showing up. I love talking to Giants fans, especially diehards. It's great. All my subscribers, you guys are great. You drop a ton of comments, and we talk some Giants football. So drop a few more. Let's talk. Let's talk how we're going to come up with a win this week. We need it. So please, if you liked what you watched, subscribe. Drop a comment. Let's talk some football. As always, cheers.